In this tutorial, you're going to be learning about Python conditions and if statements. So we're going to be learning about Python condition and if statement. So just come back then. So what are Python conditions and if statements? So Python support usual logical conditions from mathematics where you have equals, not equal, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. So these conditions can be used in several ways, most commonly in if statement and loops. So an if statement is written by using the if keyword. So the if condition statement are statements written in Python to be able to ensure that to check if something is true or not for a particular action to be taken. So it's just like for parents who will tell their kids, if you take first in this term examination, I'm going to buy you so and so gift. Else, you are not getting anything. So the if statement in Python, it's knowing that it's a programming language. It is a way of communicating with the Python program using instructions. So the instruction you are giving to the Python program is the if condition. So we are basically going to look at how it works. So for instance, I said A is equals to 90, right? A is equals to 90. Then I say B is equals to 75, for instance. So using the if condition, I'll now say A, if A is greater than B or less than B. So note that when you're writing your conditional statement, it will always end with the column. And the essence of the column is that it's telling the Python program that all other code which will be coming underneath the if conditional statement are a continuation of the if statement. So it's going to be able to, so it maintains what we refer to as indentation. So it is the function of the indentation that enable. So if you don't put, if there is no indentation, the code is never going to run. So it is the help of the indentation that enables the code to run. So the next thing now I'll say, if A is greater than B, then you can say to the Python print, right? Print one of the greatest thing in business is trust. Okay, then I can now come and say, then I'm not going to use the else statement because we are not yet there yet. So I can now come and run my program. So A is greater than B. That is why you can see that the output is one of the greatest asset. Sorry, I wanted to say asset. One of the greatest asset in business is trust. So I can just go back and rerun it again. So now this program only worked because the condition was true. So in situation where the condition is not true, for instance, let me put less than, sorry. So let me put less than, then I now run the program. You can see there is no output. So as a programmer, are you going to leave your code without any form of output? Because if there is no any form of output, the code is not going to make any sense. So what you need to now do is for you to be able to ensure that you have what is referred to as the else statement. So what's the function of the else statement? The function of the else statement is to enable the program to be able to so the essence of the else statement is so that when the condition you've written is not true, then what should it do when when the condition is not true? Because if you are creating a back-end program and you're using conditional statement, and then let's say users need to access a particular data and it's showing them error, or your database do not have that particular data, what should be the output of the data? So here, the output of the data will now be that the else statement. So here now, I have changed it to less than, and then I just needed to add the else statement. Then I'll now say print welcome to the real world of enter this discipline of computing. So now when I run this program, you can see that it's working. And then if I change it to less and greater than I run it, there's also an output. So that's the function of the else statement. So let's do another example again to see the else statement. So what's the other example we can do? It's still going to be the same thing, right? So let's say you want to create a program. You want to create a program for a company, right? So let's say create a program for a company to permit its users to come into the office, right? So create a program to permit users to come into the office, right? To permit workers come into the office while non-workers should make a reservation. So how do you go about this particular kind of program? So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to use user input, right? So I'm going to say, for instance, TerraSkills, and that's staff as the name of my variable. And then I'll now say input. What is your name? What is your ID number, for instance? Right? Then I'll come here and I'll now say I'll create a list of different ID numbers. So TerraSkills ID number. TerraSkills staff ID number equals to, then I'll just create a list. So I'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I'll now say if TerraSkills sorry, if TerraSkills staff in in TerraSkills staff ID number print hello, you are highly welcome. You are highly welcome to the office today, right? Then if else trains trains please, who are you? What are you looking for? Right? So I'll run my program. So I'll write my ID number here. So let me write 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I'll enter. Okay, please, who are you? If TerraSkills star and TerraSkills ID number print who are you? Okay, let's just take this again. Let me delete this guy since we've done it. So let me see. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. Please, who are you and what are you looking for? Oh, sorry. I was supposed to. The mistake is from me. I was supposed to indicate that it was an integer. That's why it has not been working. And the compute. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Hello, you're highly welcome to the office today. So because I did not indicate that it was an integer, that was why the code was not working. So I want to believe you understood what if else statement simply means. So the next we are looking forward to is the while loops. So stay tuned and I'll see you in the next part.